This is Croc City Prank Dog TV, and I get some kind of questions I want to ask you about Nigeria. Sure, you did game, have you? So, like this now, if democracy is a food, what would the food be?
Democracy is a food. Democracy is a food. Spag and beans.
Spag and beans. Why you say spag and beans? Because when you talk spag and beans, so I say why you talk spag and beans?
Well, that food is not sweet, but not too much. It's not actually good for breast. If you do alright, you understand. Get money is supposed to chow. That kind of, you know.
So what do you mean? I'm saying democracy for Nigeria. Just the one guy.
Just, you know, you're on God now. Everybody's on God in this Nigeria. Democracy or no democracy. All a scam, bro.
All a scam, bro. That's scam. Oh, that means spag and beans na scam. Original. Oh yeah, now.
Rice.
Rice. Why you talk rice?
Because it's simple.
So you mean say democracy for Nigeria is simple?
No, it's not simple.
So why you can't talk rice?
That's my choice.
That's your choice.
Let me think. I'm just thinking of something that people don't like going for, because seriously, democracy in Nigeria is a kind of a mess.
Give me the food and the food that they eat for. Give me the food.
You know, it will be very hard for you to find somebody that don't used to eat rice and other things, right? But it will be very hard, very, very simple for you to get somebody that don't like eating both these two, swallow and not swallow.
So you mean say democracy for Nigeria now you go give and pull?
Yeah, it's very hard.
So democracy was a food in Nigeria. What food would that be? Moi. Why you say moi?
Because you know that Nigeria is very worse at any aspect. Like the way life is now, you know that people are facing difficulties. So that's why I just said that.
So for your list of food, my mom are like the worst.
It's worst.
Rice.
Rice, why?
Because how do I put it now?
Put it in the house.
Because really for some specific people, not everybody.
Alright, so you mean rice now for specific people. That means alright, so democracy in Nigeria now is partial. So it is not running as it's supposed to run, right? Democracy was a food in Nigeria. What food would that be? Nagari. Why you say Gary?
Yes, sir.
Gary come pass. Gary come. So how do you rate democracy for Nigeria? Democracy, you know, they run as you know. Say we get different types of Gary. We get Igbo Gary, we get the Gary with the sandy like now. So and you know say each country get the way their democracy dey. You understand now? But for Nigeria, I want to be democracy. So you mean say democracy no dey run for Nigeria as democracy? No be the way it's supposed to. So what aspect you feel say democracy no dey run as democracy for Nigeria?
Number one, now corruption.
Corruption.
Yes.
What other aspect?
Most of our leaders are just corrupt. That's the issue there.
Alright, so what's your name?
Munira.
Alright, so I just want to ask a few questions about democracy. Are you down? Alright, so in Nigeria, if democracy was a food, right? What food would that be?
Beans, I guess. Beans.
Why did you say beans? Like you didn't even think twice. Beans, why?
I would say much people usually don't like beans, and some people don't like beans. So it's 50-50, I would say.
So that's you feel democracy in Nigeria is 50-50.
Yeah.
So do you think there's any aspect that the Nigerian government should maybe step up in democracy?
Yes, they don't.
Right, what aspect?
I would say they don't really take it serious like that. I think in other countries they do take it serious, but in Nigeria here it's just a feeling and everybody's at home, nothing.
Alright, so basically democracy in Nigeria is about just the leaders. They don't carry the citizens along. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it's just about the leaders.
Alright, so thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If democracy was a food in Nigeria, what food would it be?
Kukamia.
Why do you say kukamia?
Because it's a very dirty food.
So
from your answer now, that means democracy in Nigeria is dirty.
It's dirty and it's a mess. It doesn't even exist. So if it's going to be a food, it's supposed to be a poisonous food. That's why I decided to choose kukamiya.
Right. So from your answer now, that means democratic system in Nigeria is not really functional.
Oh, do you have a democratic system in Nigeria? I don't know. I thought we are working in military regime. So it's not functioning. I don't think Nigeria is practicing democracy. There's no democracy in this country.
This is crazy, man. Some people actually think we are actually functioning in military government. This is crazy, man. So at this juncture, that means you feel like in Nigeria democratic system is not functioning at all.
Oh, it's just now you're telling me. So now I believe democracy system of government is functioning. But
this guy, you're funny. Thank you so much for your time. Right, so if democracy was to be a food in Nigeria, right? What food will it be? Democracy was to be a food in Nigeria, would it be? I think rice. Rice. Why? Why do you say rice?
Like rice is like the everyday food for Nigerians, I guess, and then that's what we eat every day. Jollof rice, white rice and stew. So I think that's what democracy for me is.
Okay, do you think democracy is actually striving in Nigeria?
Well, with the current situation in this country now like this, no, honestly, we're not democratic about it.
Can you give us any aspect?
Okay, aspect, well. Hi, honestly, okay, let's use what is happening in this country as an example. Everybody's facing one or two situations right now, and then the government, which is what democracy is now, is not really doing anything to adjust or to even hear the people out to correct every wrongs in this country. So,
all right. So, do you have a word for the government about the democratic system of Nigeria?
Well, they should not improve their way of governing us, the way of putting out things. Ruling us, and they should try to hear us, our cries, because seriously, people are suffering in this country. It's not even about whether it's funny, but seriously, people are suffering. Go to some other states now, people are really suffering. So they should please improve on their way of controlling and ruling us. So that's what happened.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Probably the EPA.
Eba, why?
Not sweet now. I mean, have you enjoyed democracy since? Especially now, democracy has been crappy. It's not sweet.
So, actually, democracy is actually striving in Nigeria. Do you?
It's not. It has been poor actually.
So, can you give me any aspect of the country where democracy has not been striving properly?
In many aspects, even in the politics itself, has really not been striving. It has not been fair, and I mean, it's supposed to be fair, right? So, it's really not been fair. And a few other aspects, I really don't know now, but basically that's just it.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Amala. Why?
Yes, because actually, amala is not a common food for all Nigerians, just food for a particular part of the country. And then it is not so sweet like semo and other kind of food there, because Nigerian democracy actually is not sweet.
True.
And because we are suffering here and there, election malpractice, government instability, all many issues concerning the Nigerian democracy actually not stable.
All right, so do you have anything to say to the Nigerian leaders of the democratic system of the country?
Yeah, actually, if I will urge the Nigerian government or the leaders of this country to, at least to do something concerning democracy, because democracy, according to Abraham Lincoln, the American demands the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So let them please allow people to decide on their own wish to vote a candidate of their own choice. And I believe if a candidate voted without giving money, without doing any favorism, godfatherism, that person should work to the Nigerian government, work to the Nigerian Ministry to bring development. Thank you.
Alebo, why?
If I eat alebo, I'm not contented. Alebo is just somehow.
It's just somehow. So meaning democratic system in Nigeria is just somehow.
You can never be contented. You can never be okay. It can never be okay.
Okay, do you have any aspect of democratic system in Nigeria that you feel the government should probably improve on?
Free and fair election.
Free and fair election, that's the one.
As in putting the right leaders in the right place.
One more.
That's the one I think of, free and fair election, and putting the right leaders that are good for the job. Not taking someone that maybe stuff finance and take him to be the Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Health.
I would say porridge.
Porridge.
Yeah, you eat and you will not get satisfied.
Okay, that brings about a point. Porridge. So, in what aspects do you think the Nigerian democratic system it is not satisfying?
Yeah, it's not satisfying honestly because of the corrupt system, and the greed of the people in the power.
All right. So, if democracy was a food in Nigeria, right, what food would it be?
All right. Based on my own ideology, I would say democracy in Nigeria is like a king delicacy, because to me, democracy is actually enjoyed by the rich, by people with high class in the society. You know, by definition, democracy should be a government by the people and for the people. But Nigerian democracy is actually not so. It's some certain people that are enjoying democracy, and it's not for all.
So, is that why you say it's the portion of the king's meal?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
What aspect in Nigeria do you think democracy should actually improve or step up?
Okay. Free and fair election, and also the right to practice what religion you want to practice. Yeah, and then the right for movement, and yeah.
Right. So, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.